I've got Loki out, and he's been here for a bit, and then we kind of discussed things a little bit, and I was hoping to maybe get some training in with him because I was noticing in the kennels and even with the other dog, he needed a little bit of control. Anytime anybody took him out, he's very jumpy. He's doing really good right now. Kind of, I would say a little obnoxious on leash. I think he knows what he's supposed to do, but I'm not real sure if it always connects, as far as that goes. So training is about positive reinforcement. We want to ask him to do it, make it happen, and then give him a reward for doing it right. And sometimes we get so focused on giving them the rewards that we forget that they have to do it right, correctly first. And so I see some of that with Loki. I call that gap training. I tell people, sometimes we're doing good and we're going along and maybe they miss that 2 + 2 is 4. And so we want to get those little gaps in there. Sit. Good sit. Good job. Okay. And then he has to wait for that release. So overall, I think he'll do just fine, but I do think this will help to reinforce whatever you've done, and maybe just to kind of give him some more structure while he's here. Maybe the playtimes weren't enough every other day. He needed a little bit more, and this will actually be structured, and it'll give him some room to move around and to do something the correct way. And since he is so young, maybe kind of get that into his head that this is the way it has to be done every time. Okay, let's show him what you already know. They probably know. Hey, no, leave it. Good. So when we go for a walk, we want him to walk with us. And you can see he's kind of going along. He's looking for some kind of treat, which is fine. But I want him to walk confidently beside me, paying attention to me. When I sit, he should. When I stop, he should sit. Loki, sit. So at the end of the 2 weeks, that will become automatic. Right now, he does know what sit means, but he's not doing it automatically. Then we worked come the other day. Get it? Loki, come. Hurry. And he gets right up on us. So I'm going to start teaching him to sit a little ways out. Get it? Loki, come. Sit. Good. That's still a little close. You can still jump. Get it? Loki, come. Sit. Right there. Sit. Good sit. Good job. No. Good. Then I'll come in and pet so he's not jumping all over me. So there's just a few things I think he really needs some help with. But again, I think some of this is going to help him as far as the kennel situation goes, be a little bit less over the top. And then hopefully once you get him back home after he's done the training, he'll be a little calmer and easier to control. That's my goal. So we're going to put him up and we'll get him back out at the end of week 1 and see how he's doing then. Okay, I've got Loki out. He's been here for a week, so I wanted to put a little bit on tape, show you where he's at. He's doing really well. I can tell he had some work. I could get him to sit most of the time. Most of the time it was if he wanted to or if I had a treat. It wasn't automatic and it definitely wasn't always on command. As far as that goes, he walks fairly decently. I'm teaching him more to walk with me instead of where he wants to walk, as far as that goes. And he just came in too fast. He just would barrel over you. So, so there were just a little bit, and I call them gaps. I call them gaps in the training. It's just a little bit of something that he needs just a little bit of work on, maybe a little more consistency on it or something like that to make it a little bit better. So overall, it is helping. I've noticed even in the kennels when people are trying to weigh him, if they're trying to take him out to the play yard, it's much better. They're not having quite the struggle that they were before we started the training. So I do believe that this is going to be helpful to both you and him. All right, Mr. Loki, you want to show off? Huh? Okay, let's go. Come on. Good. Let's show him what you're learning, huh? Here, Loki. Sit. Good. Stay. Stays were fairly decent. He just was waiting for that. Okay. As soon as I get the treat ready or anything like that, boy, he was up. And you can see he's still doing a lot of looking. So I'd like to kind of get him to settle into it a little bit. Good boy. Loki, sit. Nice sit. Good job. Let's go. Definitely better than week 1. yeah, why are you sitting out there? That's not a good sit. Come here. Let's try that again. Come here. Loki, sit. Good. Stay. Okay. So why does it matter if he doesn't sit right beside us? Sit. Because if they come around and sit in front of you or sit off to the side, then as soon as you go to make a movement, they're not in the right spot. And either you get tripped or they don't, they're not where they're supposed to be, and they're going to get stepped on. So between the two, it is a matter of principle. When we ask a dog to sit when we're walking along, they should sit right beside us. So that is something I'm going to work on, but he's long-bodied and he rocks back. As long as he's beside me, I'm not going to worry about it too much, because the rocking back is not something that's ever going to be into play with a dog at home. You know, well, excuse you, that was a good burp. Well, that was rude on camera. Come on, let's work. Sorry, I was talking too much. That was my fault. Hey, come on, Loki. Go both directions, right and left circles, just to see which hand the dog goes. Loki, sit. Good. I'd rather you sit beside me. Sit. Good. Let's go. Good. Loki. 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 Sit. Good. If I can get his attention most of the time, that's when he sits beside me. All right, stay. Prissy paws. Okay. Crossing your paws. Oops, you dropped one. You want to go play? Huh? I always say go play when you're going to do comes, because I want come to be fun. There has to be a reason for a dog to come back to us, and if we're not more interesting than whatever's around us, it doesn't work real well. So I teach come as a game. Have forever. It's ready. Get it. Loki, come. Hurry. Sit. Good. So don't let him get in too close so he's not jumping on you. Get it? Loki, come. Sit. Ooh, that's close. You got to get out. Get it? Loki, come. Sit. Good. Get it? Loki, come. Get it. Good. Come. Sit. Nope, nope, nope. I'm going to walk into him. Sit. See how I'm backing him up? And now he's not close enough that he's going to jump on me. Then I come into the side and praise. Good job. Good dog. Yeah, good Lokes. Huh. Good Loki, huh? And this is where they learn to get to be petted and keep all 4 feet on the ground. Of course, if you go to pet Loki, then Ivy's right on your feet too, trying to get her attention as well. Sit. You still didn't sit right. Come here. Sit. Good, better, good. So I am going to work on that a little bit, and I think it's just, I think it's he's not cueing when I'm stopping, so he's coming around in front of me just a little bit, and I expect him to do automatic sits at the end of the second week, so I want him, when I slow down and do a stop, I want him to sit without me having to tell him. So that is one thing we're working towards. We're not there yet, obviously, but it is getting better. So overall, I think he's doing a good job. He's right where he needs to be at the end of week 1. This is just exactly what it is. We're going to work on a few new things next week. So I do have to get all of this down the first week, which was quite a bit if you think about it. And he took it marvelously. So he's doing well. We're going to put him up and we'll get him back out and tape him right before he heads home.